Welcome back. Let's talk about strings can be objects. Normally, JavaScript strings are primitive values and they're created from literals. For example, var first name, we've done this many times, is equal to Zubia. Okay, but strings can also be defined as objects with keyword new. We've done this also. Remember, when we do the keyword new, what happens? What happens when you use the keyword new? You create a string object, right? You create a string object, new string. New always means new string, okay? And when you create something new, you are ready to define its characteristics. Okay, let's look at this example. Let me delete the slide, this screen here first. Wait. All right. So, okay, I'm going to save this as string object 1. Okay, and let me begin. Doc type HTML. Open up the HTML tag. Open up the body tag. Okay, open up the paragraph tag. ID is equal to demo. Okay, and close the paragraph tag. Open up the script tag here and say var x is equal to Zubia. Inverted commas closed. End of statement marker. And add a comment, say x is a string. Okay. Then say var y is equal to new string, S capital. Bracket, say Zubia again. Inverted commas closed. Bracket closed. End of statement marker. Okay, here's a mistake here. It has to be double backslash. Let me move this farther down. Yes. Now it's a comment. It's nice to line them so that it's easier to read. Y is an object. That's the difference between string and an object. This is how you declare a string, and a string is declared like this, an object is declared like this. Okay, document dot get element by ID demo dot inner HTML is equal to, okay, break the line, hit enter. Type of okay, X type of is very important. Please try to understand what type of is doing, because we've covered this before. Type of will return the type of data type of Y. Okay, and close the script tag. Close the body tag and close the HTML tag. All right, the very purpose, let me just take a moment and explain something here. The very purpose of writing code from scratch again and again, the most immediate benefit that you would have by typing the code again and again is that whenever you read any piece of code anywhere, for example, if you look at any website, and let me show you, let me give you an example. I'm not going to run this file, just let me help you understand the value of typing code again and again from scratch. Okay, this is the edupediaworld.com website, and if you want to look at the scripting and HTML behind this website, simply go to tools and more tools and go to developer tools. Okay, and you would see towards this end of the page, let me move this here carefully, yes, you would see the scripts and the HTML going on here. Wherever I touch on any part of the script, it's going to be highlighting the areas of that page. If you look at between the head tag, there's this ellipsis here between the head tag. If you double click, you will be able to see a lot of code here. A lot of script also goes on here. And look at all the links available here, and look at the JavaScript here, the script tag. Script source is equal to and JS. This is the JavaScript file. Okay, now once you're familiar with all of these scripting keywords and script, let's check this out. Any ellipsis, if you double click, you'll be able to see the entire line of code behind it. Window.setInterval function var r end of statement marker try curly bracket open r is equal to window and new. You see the new keyword ActiveX object and r dot open, and then there's so many things that you're already familiar with. When you keep typing code again and again, check this out. This is wow, this is really appreciable. Look at this, how many lines of code you have here. And what I'm trying to tell you is you should be able to, once you're done with this course, you should be able to understand the kind of script, the syntax and the logic and everything behind any kind of HTML or page that uses JavaScript. You should be able to simply open up the source and you should be able to see all these lines of code and try to make sense out of them. Okay, and that is the main purpose of my explaining everything from scratch again and again. Okay, so just have patience with me here. Let me move this back to where it was. Yes, now it makes more sense here. So okay, all I want to do now is I want to save this file and I'm going to save it. If there are any errors, I'm going to find out if there are any errors. No issues, string object, and I want to save it as HTML file. .html, and I'm going to run this file, string object. Okay, so that's what we just type of. Yes, that's what we just accomplished here. X is string, so just get me back. What I'm trying to say in this code is just get me the data type of X and then get me data type of Y. Data type of X is a string. Why? Because we declare a string like this. Data type of Y is an object. Why? Because we declare an object like this. An object always has a new keyword. Okay, let's look at some more examples. Alright guys, I just deleted the entire code here because I want to show you another example. I'm going to save this file as string object 2. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is when using the equality operator, this one, one operator is equal to the other one is the logical operator equality. Equals strings look equal. Okay, let me just show you this example how you can rectify this problem. Doc type HTML, open up the HTML tag, open up the body tag and open up the paragraph tag. Never create strings as objects. Okay, that's what is the purpose of this program. All right, let's open up another paragraph and say strings and objects cannot be safely compared. Okay, so how can you compare them safely? We'll learn in a bit. Okay, now open up the another paragraph tag and say id is equal to demo. Close the paragraph tag, open up close this tag again, and let's open up the script tag and say var x is equal to Zubia. Okay, and you're going to say x is a string. This is for you to know. Okay, and then say var y is equal to new string. Within the brackets write Zubia again, just like you did the last time. End of statement marker, and say y is an object. Okay, then you say document dot get element by id demo dot inner html is equal to, check this out, s x is equal to y. Okay, and let's close the script tag, close the body and the HTML. Alright, great. So we're going to save this file as string object 2, and I want to save it as .html. Let's save it. Let's find it here, string object 2. Okay, never create strings. Okay, never create strings as objects. Strings and objects cannot be safely compared. The answer should have been false. Okay, x is not equal to y. You're essentially saying, is x equal to y? Is string equal to an object? The answer should have been false. Okay, so you cannot compare them safely. What do you do then? So what do you do? Okay, what you can do is add another equal sign here. Okay, but let me show it to you bit by bit with the aid of a new example here, and I'm going to save this as string object 3, and let's begin typing. How do you avoid this problem? Strings and object cannot be compared safely. How do you avoid this problem? Doc type HTML. Let's discover in this new example. Open up the body tag and open up the paragraph tag and say never create strings as objects. Okay, we already know that from the previous example. What's new? Okay, strings and objects cannot be safely compared. Close this paragraph tag like this. Begin a new line and say p id is equal to demo. Close the paragraph tag. Open up the script tag var x is equal to Zubia. Okay, you can write your name. Just play with the code. X is a string. Okay, var y is equal to new string, and same way just write Zubia. End of statement marker again. Y is an object. Okay, document dot get element by id demo dot inner html is equal to, now compare, x triple times write equal sign y Okay, end of statement marker, close the script tag, close the body tag, and close the HTML tag. Alright, cool. Let's save this file as, okay, let's save this file as, okay, save this file as objects3. Okay, save. Yes. The problem was I want to save it as, okay, it's all the way down. Save as .html. Alright, there's a mistake in the code. Let me fix it. Okay, let me run this file, save. There was a problem with the backslash. Okay, no problem. False. Now it's giving you the right answer. Strings and objects cannot be safely compared, but if you add an extra equals to sign, you can compare them safely. And the answer here is false, which is, the correct answer, because string is not equal to object. Okay, the purpose of the objects video was to explain to you how you can create string objects and how you can compare them safely. Okay, for your practice purposes, let me delete this. I have some exercises for you. I'm just going to add them here in the screen, and you can pause the screen and try to work on these exercises before we go on to the next video series. Okay, this is the first exercise, and you're supposed to create a text object and call a text object, string data type. Okay, work with this one. Let me delete this and put up the next exercise. This is the next exercise, and the text hello world will get printed out. So this is just declaring a string and displaying a string. Okay, this is a practice exercise. You can play around with many expressions here. Please pause the screen and try to copy this code here easily. Okay, this is the third exercise. We are Vikings. Try to call it and display it successfully. See what you can do. And the last exercise is, let me change. Okay, there you go. This is the last exercise, and in this exercise you have to print out successfully string 1 and string 2. You have to write the script that allows you to print it out. Document.get element by id demo is equal to string 1 plus with a space and string 2, just like we did in the previous examples. Okay, so with this I'm going to end this video series of JavaScript string. Now up next I'm going to talk about JavaScript methods. Now this is where the fun begins. I'm going to show you different methods for different scenarios, and we're going to try a lot of different things, which is you will actually see some code that is visible and running. So big changes and small pieces of code. So you have a very exciting video series up next. Let's see you there. Take care.